third, Jeff Geiges fourth, and Danny Creedon goes fifth.
And for John Lee, turns 3 and 4, caution lights turned out. The green is out, the hammers are down, we're underway.
The full fendered frenzy begins as they go up into turn number 1. And trouble right off the bat. DeSico goes around. It's a parking lot in turn number 1.
So Wright and O'Neill collected up there. Kevin Krasuski on the point.
Green flag out on the event. It is the 56 of Krasuski out front. 3J of Judge goes second. Here comes John Cole Jr. with the 348. Bill Deacon, Mike Sabia.
Sabia down to the inside on Polamini. Here comes the 348 way up wide, and he's going to run right into the wall as Polamini gets turned around by Miola here in turn number 4. We will have caution.
Caution. Oh, the 348 of Cole is...
Green is back out of turn number 4. Krasuski and Judge now the front row. Side by side in between turns 1 and 2. 3 wide. Here comes Deke down to the inside. Bold move on the back straightaway. And Deke's going to look to go from third to first. A success story there as he does.
And Mike Sabia going to try and follow him through and go from fourth to second. And he does.
3 wide into turn 1. Deo and Wright get together. Miola on the outside there. Deo's going to go around and get his teammate there. Wright looks like he popped his tire.
And he's going go-kart racing right now. And there is indeed a flat left rear on the number 4 of Kyle Wright.
Problems for Krasuski in turn number 2. Way up wide. He's going to come down across the track. No, he straightens it out. Dwight on the binders. Here comes Deo down to the inside. 3 wide with Sammy Dwight and Miola. Look out. We're going to have a Malachi crunch over here in turn number 4.
Deo is charging up through the field, trying to get into that top 5 and oh, something's wrong. Tire went down and Deo just did keep it out of the wall.
Nearly hitting that turn 1 wall where Mark Flack Jr., number 4 of the 2005 racing season, sees the green flag fly at a turn number 4 this time. 3 laps left in this pure stock qualifier. Down to turn number 1, he's got a back bumper full of Mike Sabia.
Down the backstretch into turn number 3 they go. Deke and Sabia dice it up for the number 1 spot. I bet they won't dice it up too hard. They both know they've got qualifying spots with 2 laps to go.
Into turn number 1 this time. Deke holds the inside line. Right now holding Sabia at bay. Sabia back to spot number 2. Judge in 3rd. O'Neill 4th. Krasuski is 5th. Final handicap spot goes to the number 13 of Miola.
As the white flag is out on the event, less than 1 lap to go. Bill Deke, Mike Sabia dice it up down the back stretch for the number 1 position.
Little bit of a bobble there by Deke as he pushed wide. Sabia couldn't take advantage. Checkered flag will fly. Drag race to the line. Bill Deke Jr. takes the win.
Mike Sabia goes 2nd. Jim O'Neill goes 3rd. 4th to Joe Judge. 5th to Kevin Krasuski. And 6th turn number 4. Caution lights out around the speedway. Bill Judge and Adam Douglas set to bring him around. Green flag is out on the event.
2 by 2 down the front straightaway. Judge on the inside. Douglas on the outside. They race down to turn number 1. Douglas looks to switch lanes as he dives down to the inside, and he holds on to spot number 2.
Green flag. Trouble. Winoski goes around and somehow everybody missed him. The 70 car appeared to be buried in that one. He got away with it.
And we have no caution as Winoski keeps the 90 rolling. Now he gets way sideways between turns 1 and 2, doesn't spin. And this is all working to the liking of your race leader, Bill Judge, who has a 3-car length edge right now on 2nd running Adam Douglas.
It's like Winoski's been watching some old AJ Slideways videos. Right now it is the 1J of Bill Judge comfortably out front.
2nd is Douglas, 3rd Canuck, 4th is the number 30A of Ackerley. Then Byrne and Gibson right now running spots number 5 and 6. Gibson takes it to the outside through 1 and 2, trying to make a run on Byrne as Ryan and DiStefano look to close in.
Coming off of turn number 4, Judge just pulling away with it, but Douglas, Canuck, and Ackerley along with Sharon Byrne all dice trouble now. Winoski is around again, right in front of the race leader. Green flag out on the event. Bill Judge firing right at the proper cone. And, well, how tough is it to qualify for the Pure Stocks? Paul Aragon in the number 70 last week was a top 3 car. He's out of a qualifying spot by quite a bit here this week.
Billy Ryan takes the number 28 upstairs on Gibson for the number 6 spot. They run fender to fender through turns 3 and 4. Ryan slips way up wide this time. He loses his footing, and here comes DiStefano down to the inside.
Very unusual to see Joe DiStefano out of a qualifying spot this late in the event. Still, he's got 7 heat race wins, and now as Gibson pulls to the infield track, the 66 of DiStefano does move into a qualified spot right on the bubble.
Into turn number 1, 2 laps to go for your race leader, the 1J of Bill Judge. Adam Douglas doing a great job in spot number 2. Canuck is 3rd. Ackerley 4th. Here comes DiStefano trying to work the low line on Sharon Byrne for spot number 5.
White flag out on the event. Canuck with a problem, sideways up the front stretch. And now you got Winoski around again. We're going to keep it green as the leaders scramble to the bottom.
The leaders dive down to the inside. Good driving there by your race leader, Bill Judge. He avoids the spinning Winoski. Out of 4 this time. He will have a sigh of relief as the checkered flag flies.
And Winoski goes around again. Charter member of the spinning Winoskis. Out. Bill Judge will win it.
18 starting position from high car the SKF Auto Machine. Mr. Bob Gibson. Starting 17, driving car number 14. Henry Windsor, New York again. The municipal equipment machine is Mike Deo. 16th starting position. He drives car number 54 on the New Paltz, New York, the Gary's Truck and Trailer Service sponsor ride for Ralph Braun. Starting 15, he hails from Clintondale, the vinyl signs, number 60 for Tony Polini. Come on, Tony! 14 starting position, white gear and Accord. In the Jarvis Fuel, Lemonade Motorsports, number 28 is Billy Ryan. Oh. 13th position from Pleasant Valley, New York, the Spring County Collision, number 88 slamming Sammy Bly. Starting 12 from Seymour, Connecticut, he drives the Olive Builders, number 12 is Chris Niola. 11th starting position from Neversink, New York, the Ackerley Farms, number 38 for Scott Ackerley. Starting 10. From Easton, Connecticut, the Big Nick Wood, number 55, Turn Point, Little Mike Sabia. Starting 9 from Germantown, New York, the Phone Wash, Car Wash, number 66, Monkey Joe DiStefano. Yeah! Starting in spot number 8, he drives car number 41, Adrian Towing Machine, out of Elizabeth, Jim O'Neill. Starting 7, Rob. New Milford, Connecticut. He's the winner of the season. Selected number 34 of Bill Sheets Jr. Starting in spot number 6. I've got it. From number 3 from New Paltz. The town from the black down number 3 today. It's Joey Judge. Starting in 5th from Clintondale. Frank Stone. I got a phone for it. Outside of row number 2 from Lake Carmel, New York. Driving car number 65 is Stephen Gunn. Starting spot number 3. Started what a ride we had last week. And upside down in turn number 4. Back tonight in the national. Bringing in number 71 from Southern. Adam Douglas. Over to next year's stock event. Starting 2nd from Seymour, Connecticut to Milford. Already cycling number 56. Still by Kevin for Duke. And starting on the pole. Driving car number 1.
Yeah, Bill Judge.
Earlier tonight from New Paltz, the D&D Napa machine of Bill Judge.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we tried this with the modifieds. All at once, on the count of 3, who is your favorite Pure Stock driver? Yell it out. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, MW driver here. 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine. The green flag flies. Good side-by-side start, and we are underway.
This time the alarm clock was functioning properly. A good side-by-side start. Krasuski going to try it up on the high side. Judge beats him off the turn.
Into turn number 2, 3 wide. Here comes Deke trying to thread the needle between Sharon Byrne and Canuck. And he gets the job done. He's in the spot number 4 with the 34.
Deke has been fast all night long with that number 34. And he is coming up the field through it like Jack the Bear with that machine.
Contact in turn number 2. Judge out of shape. 3 wide down the back straightaway. The other judge down to the inside on Sharon Byrne. Little bit of contact between the turn.
And right now it is Kevin Krasuski in the race lead, but he has Bill Deek closing very quickly with the number 34.
Into turn number 1, Krasuski just a bit out of shape. Here comes Deek to the outside. Into turn number 3, side by side for the number 1 spot. Krasuski down low, gets it up on the berm, just about turns the car over, and Deek takes over the number 1 spot on lap number 3.
So Deek with the race lead in car number 34, looking for his second of the season. Krasuski still not out of it in this one, as he goes the number 2 spot and is going to try the crossover move as Deek crushes the wall off of 4.
Deek way up wide, down to the inside comes Krasuski, nose to tail into turn number 1. Krasuski looking for career victory number 1 in the runner-up spot. Bill Judge is third. Fourth is Adam Douglas. Sabia now into spot number 5.
Mike Sabia beginning to make his presence known, but I'll tell you what, Bill Deek is very quick here tonight, and if this one stays green, he is going to be hard to catch with that number 34.
Krasuski out of shape in turn number 2. He wrestles the car back in the number 2 spot, but allows the field to close on in as here comes Judge into turn number 3.
And Deek again bobbles off of 4, slid high and grazed the wall for the second time in 6 laps, but he's grazing it quickly with the race lead.
Mike Sabia tried to work the low line on Adam Douglas on the front straightaway. Douglas shut the door on him. He'll take it upstairs on the backstretch, trying to claim the number 4 spot.
They come off of turn number 4 up the front straightaway. Sabia takes that spot away on the high side.
So into 4th goes Sabia, looking for win number 7 of the 2005 season. Douglas back to spot number 5. Here comes O'Neill and DiStefano working their way forward. This time by, we'll have reached the halfway point.
Bill Deek is just absolutely hooked with that number 34, looking for his second of the season as Mike Sabia looks for the number 3 spot up in turn number 1.
Sabia down to the inside in turn number 2. Krasuski again out of shape in turn 2, gets way up wide, gathers the car back in spot number 2, but here comes Judge and Sabia. Krasuski up on the berm on 2 wheels.
And still holding on to second somehow, but Bill Deek is the story of this one. Oh, and the 1J of Judge gets into Sabia, turns him around, and the caution lights are out around the speedway.
And the point leader's left rear wheel is off in the ice cream stand, not because they're closed. Green flag flies out of turn 4 this time. Deek out front. Here comes Joe DiStefano with the move down to the inside, looking to take 4th away from his neighbor, Jim O'Neill, into turn number 1. O'Neill slides up the speedway. Down to the inside comes DiStefano.
Coming off of turn number 4, the 34 of Bill Deek comfortably out front, and he is pulling away with the race lead.
Into turn number 1, here comes Douglas down to the inside with O'Neill. Deo, middle of the field, trying to work his way up through as Ryan and Judge get together on the back straightaway.
Coming off of 4, 3 wide action for the number 2 spot. Now 2 rows of 2. Krasuski desperately trying to hold on. Bill Deek still way out front with this one.
Deek stretching it out. Battle right now is for 3rd on the speedway. Up high is O'Neill. Down low is Douglas. Judge, Ryan, Deo, and Byrne in their own battle, middle of the field, into turn number 3.
12 in the books and 3 to go. Deek is away out front. Kevin Krasuski with a great run going in 2nd. Jim O'Neill goes 3rd.
Into turn number 3. Deek stretching it out this time in the number 1 spot. But we've got caution. Slam and Sammy Dwy and John Winoski come together.
Green flag out on the event. Krasuski gets a good jump down on the bottom. He's going to look for the lead up in turn number 1. Him and Deek got together. Krasuski keeps it rolling. Deek is around, and the caution lights are on around the speedway.
So yellow lights on, lap number 13 here at the speed. Separates Jim O'Neill from a victory here tonight. Little bit of contact on the start. Ryan gets hooked together with Douglas down the front straightaway.
Now here's a bid for the lead. Pair of next-door neighbors, Jim O'Neill and Joe DiStefano, battling for the number 1 position. Now all of a sudden, Aragon from the Consi is into the top 5 with number 70. White flag is out.
To the inner oval comes Ryan, and he's going to come back out here. Not a good idea. And now we got Winoski with his 6th spin of the evening in turn number 4. He gets it back going. And 2 cars will fight it out for the lead into turn number 3.
Checkered flag is up. O'Neill pushes high. Here comes the 66 of DiStefano. Jim O'Neill wins it.
At the line for spot number 3, the Neola number 12 noses out Sharon Byrne, and rounding out the top 5, and a good run, the number 70 of Paul Aragon Jr. scheduled to start in spot number 4. Looks like he's moved up to the 2nd position. Andy Schlegel.
Interesting. They started wrecking in front of it, and I said, isn't it your birthday? Because it seems like you got a little bit of a present. Was running good tonight. His birthday is Monday. Jim, I'll tell you what, good run out there tonight.
Thanks a lot, but you're right. It was my birthday. They kind of gave it to me. Last few laps, I noticed my neighbor was on my back of my car, and I thought he'd run me pretty clean. So I was a little cautious on the last laps just to get the win. But, yeah, they gave it to me tonight. Them guys were a little wild. But
well,